Hello guys, Dr. K here again. So today I'm going to talk about the right hand rule and how to figure out the direction of the angular velocity vector. As you know, angular velocity, which is omega, is a vector quantity. Now this applies for torque, angular displacement, angular acceleration, angular momentum. This applies for those type of physical quantities. How do you find the direction of those vectors? They are all vectors. So for that, we are going to use something called the right hand rule. Okay, it's called the right hand rule, and I'm going to show you how to correctly apply that and then figure out the direction of the vector. Okay, so let's talk about the right hand rule and the direction of the angular velocity vector. So look at this figure. So this is a disk, and look at the way it's rotating. It's going counterclockwise. Okay, so the disk is rotating in a counterclockwise direction. So then how do you find the angular velocity vector? Sometimes students think that, okay, isn't that the direction of the angular velocity vector? No, that's not the direction. Okay, that's how it's rotating in a counterclockwise sense. How do you find the direction of the vector then? What you need to do is that use your right hand, look at these four fingers. Okay, you are going to align the four fingers in the direction of rotation like this, along the direction of rotation, and then look at the thumb. The thumb is pointing upward. The thumb is pointing upward. You curl your fingers along the direction of the rotation, these four fingers of your right hand, and then the direction of the thumb, that's going to give the direction of the angular velocity vector. So in this case, the angular velocity vector is in that direction, guys. Omega. That's the direction of omega. Okay? Right hand rule. Again, align the four fingers in the direction of rotation and the thumb points in the direction of the angular velocity vector. Now let's look at this one. It's the same disk. This time, can you see it's rotating in the opposite direction? It's going clockwise. That's clockwise. So then how are you going to find the direction of the angular velocity vector? Now, let's say you're going to try it like this, but that's not the direction of rotation, right? So that's not right. That's not right. What you need to do is that you need to flip your hand. You need to flip your hand like that. And now can you see? Now your four fingers can be aligned with the direction of rotation, along the direction of rotation. And then look at the thumb. The thumb in this case is pointing downward. The thumb is pointing downward. So if the disk is rotating clockwise, okay, then look at the direction of the thumb, that's pointing downward. So here the angular velocity vector is pointing downward. Omega, the direction of omega is pointing downward. So that's how you figure out the direction of the angular velocity vector using the right hand rule. Again, remember, this applies for torque, angular displacement, angular acceleration, then angular momentum. This applies for all these vector quantities. Okay, guys, I hope you learned something very important in physics today. Follow me for more short videos like this on TikTok. Bye for now.